Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. Hope you're all doing well. Little bit late tonight because I had to do the United stand first, but we're here for Wayne Rooney's farewell and England versus America. I don't know what we're going to get, to be honest with you, but what I do know is that it is a very football romance, whatever. It does sometimes cross, and I think, you know what, I was a bit of a cynic of it myself. Rooney playing for England, what's this all about? And the reality is, you know what, I think somebody in the FA probably a few months ago went, we're going to struggle to sell tickets in November for England against America. I know, why don't we get Rooney back? Because Rooney's popular in America, he's popular in England, we'll sell it out, bish bash bosh, I get promoted. And I think that's probably what happened. But for us as football fans, you know, some of the best events in the world are about people making money. So I think that, you know, I was a bit cynical about it. I think that the reality is, well, you know, why can't you do it for somebody like Beckham or other people? But, you know, why does Rooney deserve something? I mean, to be honest with you, I'm a massive Rooney fan because he played for Manchester United. But I'll be honest, I think his England career is mixed. I know he's broke the England world record, and I think that's a good thing. But I also think that most major tournaments he never turned up, really. And I think he broke the record on longevity. I think most people would agree with that. But I don't want to take anything away from the guy. It's, you know, there's a bit of romance tonight. I couldn't understand both sides. You know, why is he playing, etc. But the reality is that he is. And for us football fans, what's going on here? How am I supposed to do that? Oh, I'm looking at someone else. That's why. So, you know, most people are going to be watching this tonight. We're going to watch it. We'll see how it goes. Rooney's actually on the bench for the start of the game, so that's interesting. I'm not hiding the chat. I'm just late setting up, so I'll just do it while I'm talking to you. It's not 1-0 to America before kick-off. I'm just late setting up the chat because I was doing my little rant on the United stand went a little bit longer than I was actually anticipating, which has happened before. These things happen. But how are we all doing anyway? Sorry there was no FIFA today. I'll be back tomorrow. I ran out of time, really. I was doing something and I ran out of time and I had to finish it. So it very rarely happens that I don't do FIFA, but I didn't do it today. But it'll be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Drawty Devil's in the house. Nice to see him. Hope he's doing well. 22 dislikes because I didn't do FIFA, really. People get very petulant when I don't do FIFA. I didn't do FIFA at lunchtime, so people are getting moody. It's not kicked off yet. No, the time is just wrong. Sally Davrred 7 says it was a good rant on the United stand. Well, I'm wary that we might not have United fans here, so I don't want to be too much of a talking about United, even though here I am sat in United top because I've just come over from the United stand. But look, if you support somebody else other than United, you know, I would never want to support anybody else other than United, but we're going through a bit of a shit show at the moment. Rooney's just walking out on the pitch at the moment with his 4 kids. I mean, this is good. This is good. I mean, Wembley's still very, very empty. It is good. And for me, Wayne Rooney is obviously a United legend and a fantastic servant he's been to Manchester United. But I do find the England loving very, very interesting because... what's going on here? Hello?
Evening, mate.
You alright?
How are we doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Hopefully everyone can hear you as well.
I hope so.
Yeah. I'm so mixed up with Skype and bloody Discord at the moment. I think we're just getting confused. But yes, we're live. But I was just saying there, Rooney's out on the pitch. And look, I love Wayne Rooney. But the England thing, I can see both sides. Because I sort of feel tonight that it is a very commercial thing because we're playing America and it's an opportunity to sell tickets and say thank you to Rooney. But actually, there's plenty of England players that, for me, have been far better England players in my lifetime who never got a send-off like this. And I know that sort of goes against the fact that Rooney is our all-time top goal scorer, but I just felt Rooney's England career was very hit and miss, really. I love Rooney because of what he did for United. As an England fan, I was like, well, he is our top scorer, but he did that on longevity. I mean, I think if, Lineker could easily have done that. Shearer could have done that if they played the amount of games that Rooney did. I like it because it's nice, but also I think, well, what makes Rooney more special than a Beckham who got us single-handedly to a World Cup? It's there's a cynical side. I suppose what I'm saying is I see both sides.
Yeah. I was just about to say that. I can understand where you're coming from, because towards the end of Rooney's career in England, he was not at his best. I mean, we saw for his last 3 or 4 seasons for United. Really, I suppose ever since Sir Alex went, he was on the decline. So, but still, amazing achievement for what he done for United, and to be all-time goal scorer there and all-time scorer for England as well. The figures are there. You can't really knock it, to me. So it's a bit of a farce in the way that the FA want to sell tickets for the game. But I think he deserves a proper send-off, I think, for people that didn't see him when he last played.
Comment of the night from Nathan. He says, this guest sounds like he's 80. I know. He's just rattling around the old people's home with nothing to do,
Everyone says that.
Grandad Marcus. But we've got a few people watching. Hopefully we'll get more people getting involved as well. But we are getting very close to 50,000 subscribers. So if you have come over and you're new from the United Stand or wherever, please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, because we're teetering on getting 50,000 subscribers. And, we could do it tonight. We could do it tonight if everyone subscribes and shares. So, look, I don't know what's going to happen with this game. I think it could be a pretty dull game, but we always have a laugh when we're doing watch-alongs anyway, so we'll all have a good time. And I think we all feel, Marcus, that there is a duty to watch this game. We were talking about whether we should do the United Stand at 8 o'clock, and I think we both said that a lot of people are going to watch this because Rooney's been retired from England for a couple of years. We're going to see him in an England shirt, so it's that curiosity, that need to respect him, really. So that's why we moved the United Stand to 7 o'clock, and that's why we're live at 8 o'clock. So make sure you do subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner.
Well, I mean, he's been doing well out in America, by all accounts. I mean, I've not watched him.
I do well in America.
But
it's like Lukaku up front for Belgium. Somebody said to me today, stop picking on Lukaku, he scores loads of goals for Belgium. And I said, with all due respect, I'd score loads of goals for Belgium because the players you've got around you, you're going to score goals.
Yeah, I mean, there is that. But I think, from what he's achieved in the game, I think it was either America or China for me. I'm glad he went to America because obviously Chinese games aren't really broadcasted over here. So, but like I say, by all accounts,
watch MLS games.
Well, I mean, if it's like an LA Galaxy game or a Red Bulls game, if I'm awake, I'll watch it. If there's nothing else on telly.
You must be really bored.
Yeah, but I won't go out of my way and watch them. But like I say, he's been doing well out there. I mean, Zlatan's been playing well as well out there. So,
but you know what? It's a dead league. It is a dead league. I mean, you speak to Americans and they'll agree with you anyway. But people who want Zlatan back at United, you may as well say let's bring Rooney back because they're doing it in the same league. And we saw Rooney. Yeah. How many years ago was it? 2 years ago, finished at the top level. Zlatan's the same. Yep. So, they do well over there. But there's a good point from Callum Freezy here, and this is the thing for me. Whatever about the Rooney thing, there is a subplot here that actually, it's sort of like the old and the new, because what excites me tonight, Marcus, is you've got number 10 for USA, Pulisic, who's a player I really like. And then you've got number 7 for England, Jadon Sancho, who's another player that I think, we talk about England in the summer. I thought, we got very close to World Cup, but I felt the midfield was crap. I thought we were missing something. And what I like about Southgate is that he is bringing other players through at the moment. I mean, just going through the 11 for England, Pickford in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Keane, Dunk, Chilwell, Winks, another player I like, Delph, can piss off, Sancho, Dele Alli, Lingard, Callum Wilson. And on the bench, we've got Rooney, Kane, Butland, Walker, Henderson, Sterling, Barkley, Rashford, Stones, McCarthy and Dyer, and Loftus-Cheek. But it's going to be good to watch some of these players tonight.
I think so, yeah. I mean, for me, I think Wilson should have been on the plane for the World Cup, for me. I thought he had he's done wonders, I think, for Bournemouth. So yeah, I'm a big fan of Wilson. Very pacey, very agile, good eye for goal. So I think he would have done well for England if he'd have gone to the World Cup. But obviously
England
he didn't.
nearly 1-0 up there. We have kicked off, and Chilwell with the cross, and I don't know what the standard is in America, but England have started off quite fresh. Obviously, Jesse Lingard playing from a Manchester United point of view, he definitely needs minutes. He looks very, very rusty at the moment. But it's not packed at Wembley by any means. But yeah, I definitely agree with what Exclusive UK Drill says. I want to see my guy Sancho do bits now, known since the kid. And yeah, I think he's, I know he's formerly Draughty, says he's hanging up his stocking on the wall. I've seen that Goldbridge World video. Bloody hell. Imagine if that got to Christmas one. But if you haven't seen that, if you are on Twitter, go and give Goldbridge World a watch, because I sang Are You Hanging Your Stocking Up on the Wall last year, and they've done a very good editing job, so it is funny. Go and watch it. But no, Jadon Sancho was a Man City player, but he's a young English player. He's not at City anymore, which is even better. But no, very, very excited to see some of these players coming through.
It's a good test for England tonight, I think, for the youngsters. Bit of experience for them as well, and I think the centre backs are going to have their work cut out. Like I say, Pulisic, we've been linked to him a few times. Very exciting player. Well known throughout the Premier League on his reputation. So it'll be interesting to see how certain lads perform tonight under pressure as well.
Kieran McTrory says, what football team are Manchester United stand playing again? Funnily enough, I'm actually holding the shirt I played in that game, because I had to wash it again today because I went for a run, and it was the only thing that was hanging up. So there it is. That's the shirt. It hasn't got the pocket in it. I didn't have pockets then, but we all know who lives in that pocket. But no, I don't know who we're playing next. I mean, to be honest, it's got a little bit quiet on that front. But as far as I'm concerned, the United Stand is the number one football fan channel, because we beat Arsenal Fan TV, and we're out there to take games. But it's all gone very quiet. There was a few people talking about it. Spoke to Red Men. They said, "Oh, can we leave it a month?" Not heard from them since. So I think people were full of bravado straight afterwards, but they've all gone very quiet now. But as I say, the door's always open. England on the other attack there, corner to United. England, sorry.
Jesse Lingard has started off really well for England on that left-hand side, picking up the little pockets of space down there.
Another one on the bloody left, do we? This is the problem United have already with Sanchez and Martial. We don't want him...
That's it. We could have done with him out on the right-hand side tonight to give him the minutes out there, but he started on the left-hand side. He's been very, very lively so far.
Tack Games says, I got wrongly banned in the Discord server. I swear I did not do anything wrong. Even if I did, I'm really sorry. Even if I did. I swear I did not do anything wrong. Even if I did, I'm really sorry. Well, that doesn't help you. If you just left that little bit out, I was thinking, maybe let's have him back. But if there's been some people banned for some pretty horrible stuff, and they won't be coming back. So I'll have a look, mate. I'll have a look. But the Discord's going fantastically well, the United Stand Discord, and we've got, you don't just have to be a United fan to be on there. We've got like rival chat groups and stuff like that, so it's going very well. Really enjoying that, Marcus, actually.
Yeah, really good. I was in one of the chat rooms earlier this evening before the 7:00 show, having a listen, just saying hello, and 99% of the people in these chat rooms are really nice and polite and respectful towards you. So I think what needs to happen on the chat groups, though, because we've got 4 chat groups on the Discord, and basically, if anyone's ever been on Discord before, you basically go into Discord. You can go on the text ones, and you can just do traditional live chats. 1-0. Oh, what a save! No, what a save! It was offside anyway. But tipped it up onto the bar. It was a good save. But yeah, it was from Dele Alli. But talking about the Discord thing, so if you've never used it before, I hadn't used it up until 24 hours ago. You can do your normal little live chat, talking about topics and that. But we've also got the 4 chat groups. And how they work is you go in, and as long as your mic's unmuted, you can just literally talk to people for 24 hours. It's 24 hours a day. It's amazing. But what I've noticed on there, Marcus, and I'm sure we've got people in the live comments as well, is that everybody seems to flock to one chat group, even though there's 4. And I think sometimes
people should just spread out across the match, across them, because they'd get, like, I was listening to one at about 6 o'clock tonight, and there's about 30 people in there, and it was just getting a little bit chaotic, not through bad manners, just everyone wanted to talk. I actually went in there and said, why don't half of you just split onto another chat group, and then you're going to halve the group and get more to talk about. So I think that sometimes is something that'll come better as it goes.
Yeah, definitely. I think, depending on I mean, for all we know, there could be 10 or 15 of them could be all friends, like, and just wanting to set up in their own place. So, but yeah, it'll even itself out. The more it grows, the word spreads, it'll filter out, and next thing you know, you probably have to make more chat rooms on there.
Gabriel Joanne says Discord is the big tech WhatsApp. Yeah, but I don't understand, Gabrielle, the WhatsApp thing, because what's a WhatsApp group? Is that how can that work? Because it's all, I'm in a WhatsApp group with like some friends, and it's just all, it's just one line. So if you've got like 300 people, 400 people, or 1,000 people in a WhatsApp group, it just must be chaos, because you can't have subgroups, can you? I don't, or maybe you can. I don't know.
No, I'm not a fan of the WhatsApp group. It tends to get overloaded. England on the attack here, coming down the left-hand side.
When is Mark playing Outlast? It is on the agenda. It's not happening on Saturday. That's why I've been quiet about it, because I've got stuff to do. So it's going to happen at some point, but at the moment it's off. It's not that.
I was looking forward to that. I
was
Saturday
looking
night
forward
planned.
to it, but there's a slim chance it might still happen. But Discord kicks ass over Skype, Jackass, sorry.
But Sancho having a good start as well.
I think the game started off quite good, to be honest. Here is Sancho into the box.
Yeah.
The game has started off. I mean, he's on fire for Dortmund. And, I know like people go on about Nelson, who's the Arsenal lad on loan at Hoffenheim. But there's levels to that. He's playing for Hoffenheim. The expectations aren't that great. But Jadon Sancho's playing for Borussia Dortmund. They're top of the Bundesliga. They beat Bayern Munich the other day, and he played. He's playing for a very good team. And they're doing very well in Europe as well. So, the standard he's playing at is very, very good, and he's doing very, very well.
Did they actually buy him from City, or is it a loan?
Yeah, he left.
Yeah, they bought
him, yeah.
Oh, wow. Fair play to him, wanting to go abroad. I mean, you don't see many English players wanting to do that these days.
The red-bearded Reds in the live comments shouting out for America. If we win this, he will never shut up. If they win that.
America not really come out of the blocks yet at all.
No, they look shit, to be honest, don't they?
Yeah, I don't even. Yeah, I mean, the goalkeeper there with a sloppy pass straight to Lingard, edge of the box.
That's a goal.
Oh no!
Oh, Wilson, that was your chance. Crossing from Lingard into Callum Wilson at the front post. You think he's going to steer it home, and he steers it wide. And Dali Ali's had to go and fetch it from the car park. It was a terrible shot, but very Lukaku-esque. But
yes,
it was a good. That's the thing, isn't it? I suppose that's the step up, isn't it? He puts that in, and you think, "Ooh, we're on to somebody here." He misses it, and you think, "Oh, hopefully he'll get another chance."
Well, considering you think there's a couple of places up for grabs. I mean, Danny Welbeck's going to be out for a while now. Jack Wilshere, not that he was an England regular, but he's out for again. So there are a couple of attacking options up for grabs, and I think Callum Wilson should be able to force his way into this England squad for the future.
Boy Young says we're terrible. I hope you're American, mate, because I was waiting for an American to say that. You are crap. I can understand why you weren't in the World Cup now. I don't know whether this is your reserve team or it's your first team, but you're not very good. Because this is not England's first team by a long way, and at the moment Jesse Lingard's back to Messi Lingard. Dele Alli looks like the best midfielder in the world. Michael Keane looks like prime Beckenbauer. It's England are finding this very, very easy. Having said that, English teams tend to be very good at international level around October, November, because it's when all our players are in their peak fitness. Whereas, I suppose Americans, they've finished their season, haven't they? Lovely little ball there.
Yeah. Penalty, surely.
He's got to give it. What?
What's that? What?
What are you on about, ref? He's giving a goal kick.
What's that about?
What? He's having a laugh. It's a blatant penalty. Lingard with a lovely little pass through. Wilson round the goal. Oh, come on. What the bloody hell? I mean, I know it's only a friendly, but it's blatant. You can't not give a penalty. You cannot not give a penalty for that. Absolute banter.
He's clattered him.
Jesus Christ. My life. That is a stonewall penalty.
Oh, man. First bad decision of the night. Ref needs to get down to Specsavers at half time, I think. Oh,
Get down to
man.
Specsavers, you bloody prat.
The Callum Wilson there, just about to go round the right hand side of the goalie, and
Has he got pink boots on?
I don't know. But the speed of Wilson going round the right hand side of the goalkeeper, then absolutely phenomenal. But England are in again here. No.
Charge, just subscribe to the channel. Cheers, pal. Look, anybody who's saying it's not a penalty, I've explained this so many times. If Wilson makes a meal of it, it doesn't matter. The contact's there. The keeper's got no control of himself. He's reckless and he makes contact with Callum Wilson. If Callum Wilson wants to do a pirouette, a triple, whatever, it doesn't matter. The contact is made by a reckless goalkeeper. That is a penalty. There is no way in a million years that it's not a penalty.
I just read today as well that VAR is going to be installed for next season.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
With decisions like that, you can see why, really, can't you?
Well, a lot of people seem to be pro VAR, but we did the watch-alongs on here through the summer on the World Cup, and I don't like VAR. I really don't. I'm dead against VAR. I think it slows the game down. I think it takes away I think in 10 years' time, football will be a worse game for it, because what we've had through our lifetime, even though it's a penalty, we're talking about it. We're going, what an injustice. Yeah. In 10 years' time, we won't be talking about stuff like that anymore. And you know what? Sometimes the injustices are what makes the game great. And sometimes the things that you get away with. Imagine that was an England goalkeeper in a semi-final. We'd be like, oh, we got away with it. That, to me, is the beauty of football. It's that fact that it isn't always right that makes things more interesting for me, more passionate. And we're going to lose so many debate points because, like that, they'll appeal it. Yes, it is a penalty. And it's like, I'm not a big fan of it. And also, it doesn't always get it right anyway, does it? As we saw with the Ronaldo yellow card, when the people were saying he should... Oh, England are in it again. Good shot by Lingard. I think he had to take the shot there.
Guzan's being worked pretty hard so far in the opening 13 minutes.
Lingard's been very good for England.
He has, yeah, definitely. He looks full of energy. He looks really up for the game. Pulisic on the right hand side there.
Good game. It's going end to end.
Well, in America, have not created any chances yet, but they are trying to come out of their half, albeit not very often.
Matthew Williams says VAR takes the emotion out of the game. I agree, and I think that's a bad thing. I do, but that's coming in next season. Danny Hulligan says, "I'd like to beat Mourinho to death with an onion, then eat the evidence." Mark. That is that. No, don't anybody complain. That is a line from Alan Partridge. Even I know that.
Free kick to England in the penalty box. Foul from the corner.
I do worry though. I mean, Michael Jones says VAR is going to destroy the game, and I do. I do agree with you, because I think, it's like Scudamore, the Premier League chairman's retiring, and each Premier League club are paying him 250 grand. So that's like, it's just, football is so greedy, and it's all about money. It's all about money, and I think at some point they're going to do something to the game that's going to ruin the game. And we could be a long way from that. We might be very close to it. You can only tweak things so many times before you actually ruin what it's all about. And, God knows what else is going to go wrong. I mean, we're already, we love football, but we're already spending our time watching, 11 multimillionaires every week, aren't we? Who are totally detached from reality. It's not the football I used to watch when I was a kid, where, footballers were on good money, but they weren't, on different planet money. And there seemed to be a lot more passion, certainly in our country.
I think that was the days when it was a foul and you wouldn't see players rolling around and waving their arms about for yellow cards. I think that's something that's got to be stamped out of the game somehow. I don't like seeing players on the floor, begging the referee for a card and stuff like that. I see a lot of it go on in the Spanish league, and I'm not really a fan of it whatsoever. England pressurising USA they're really getting stuck into them quite quickly, not allowing USA to have time on the ball.
Well, seeing Hallowers is right, isn't he? I mean, I've sort of forgotten about the World Cup because I felt the World Cup was good. It was a bubble, and it fills the summer. But when the real football comes back, you forget about it. But he says that, honestly, I thought VAR created more drama and ambiguity than otherwise, made a debatable call in a World Cup final. Yes, and it was the World Cup final, wasn't it? That was definitely... Did he give a penalty for something Perisic did on the hand? Yeah, definitely not a penalty. Only an idiot would say that was a penalty. You know, it's a natural hand movement, and it was ball to hand. It was never a penalty, and it ruined the World Cup final. It gave a penalty to the team that was the favourites, and it made it very, very difficult for Croatia. So yeah, you know, you're still going to get talking points, I suppose.
Well, I don't remember VAR being used at all throughout the knockout phase until the final.
No, it sort of died.
No, it just went quiet, didn't it? Yeah, really strange. It was used throughout the group phase, and then all of a sudden, that was it until the final, and then it reared its head again. But really strange why it wasn't used throughout the knockout phase.
Yes, Gaz Elliott, I'm still playing FIFA. I missed one day. I haven't retired. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 50,000 subscribers on tonight's show. So, and if you have already subscribed, please do share it. Underneath the video, there's a share button. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. Obviously, I do my Facebook on here, and the what else was I going to say? We do watchalongs on here as well. The Champions League will be back in a couple of weeks, won't it, as well? So,
yeah. Yeah, plenty planned after the international break.
The run up to Christmas.
Yeah. Are you doing the England games? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
I think they're playing on Sunday. I don't know who they're playing on Sunday. I don't know. I mean, I've only done this one because of Rooney, really. But
it's Croatia in that competition at 2:00.
We'll see. I don't know whether I like England that much to ruin my Sunday afternoon. Plus, I don't think England can do anything in that group, that thing anymore now. I think it's Spain's, isn't it? So,
is there not anything for second place then?
Oh, God knows. Huh? If anybody knows in the live comments, let us know. We're talking. I forgot even what the name of the tournament is. It the Nations Cup or something?
Oh, something like that, isn't it? Something ridiculous.
I thought you had to finish top in the group to play in a tournament in the summer, and I don't think Spain can be caught.
I'll tell you what, Chilwell's doing really well down that left-hand side at left back.
The ref's absolutely terrible. I like Chilwell. Yeah. I thought he was brilliant against United, actually, in the opening game of the season. And he's always been a player that's been highlighted as one for the future for a couple of years. And he was the man of the match for me. I know United won that game, but he was absolutely brilliant down that left-hand side for them. And he's obviously kept that form going this season.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was Dele Alli that took one there. Rough one on the knee. Oh, bit of a late challenge, but free kick to England, left-hand side of the penalty box. So you can blow up for a foul for that, but it's not a penalty. Inconsistent.
Nations League is what it's called, says Liam Kelly.
Nations League, okay. Oh, D Green says, doesn't it go towards seeding for the next draw? I'm not too sure. I've totally don't understand how this competition works at all.
I do like rugby, Jack. I haven't, to be honest with you, I used to always really like the autumn internationals, but I've not paid any attention. I must be honest.
Or Callum Wilson.
I'm a bit of a fair weather rugby fan, to be honest. But I have got BBC Sports. Let me just have a quick look. Rugby Union, not rugby league. Never rugby league.
Dele Alli's just been brought down. I'm quite disappointed by the United States in this game so far. They've not really created anything. They've not troubled England at all. I think it's going to be a bit of a dead rubber game, isn't it? This one,
yeah,
to be honest,
they're not the best.
It's on Sky Sports main event. For anyone, Mister, who asked what channel it's on, Sky Sports main event. Cameron Long says if Croatia beats Spain and then we beat Croatia, we will surely win. Don't even know how
Croatia
to
won't beat
table.
Spain though, because Croatia got beat like 10-0, didn't they? Something stupid.
I don't know. But we got Croatia Sunday, 2 p.m. kickoff. Bit of an awkward time as well.
It's as if you're having a roast.
Yeah. Mike Johnson says, Mark, are you into cricket?
Really, I will watch it when they're playing Australia. I like the Ashes, but I can't really put that much time and effort into it. I've already missed one of the internationals for England. They played South Africa last weekend. 2 weeks ago, actually, they played they played New Zealand and lost as well. Oh fuck! I'm out of the loop. I'm so into football. I missed England, South Africa, and England, New Zealand. They're playing Japan and then Australia next Saturday, which I won't watch because I'll be watching United play Palace at 3:00 on the 24th of Saturday. So I won't be watching any England internationals. Is short because I missed the two best ones, and Australia is when we're playing Palace.
B. Yakov says, don't know who the goalie is, but I don't think it's Tim Howard. No, it's Guzan. Is it Brad Guzan?
For Villa, didn't he?
Villa, yeah. Josh C says, for those that live in the US, the USA versus England game is on ESPN2. So Sky Sports main event in England and ESPN2 in America. Sancho's had a good start to the game.
He should be playing. I mean, whether he's better than Sterling or whatever. I mean, the reality is he's doing the business for Borussia Dortmund. It's not like he's doing the business for Bournemouth. He's doing for a good team.
And USA is sitting so far back that Pickford's probably about 20 yards from his penalty area at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to see a bit of Pulisic, but interestingly enough, Sancho and Pulisic, same club.
Do you take Pulisic at United, Mark, if he was available?
I'd take him because I don't want to see him going to Liverpool, but I'm not actually quite sure that he's ready yet. He's only a young lad, isn't he? He doesn't always get picked for Dortmund. Northern Ireland match. Does anyone know the score? I know it started 0-0.
Yeah, a bit of England definitely had the chances to be in front. I mean, USA not created anything. England hit the bar with a Dele Alli header, but I think it was ruled out for offside. Yeah. I mean, England, they're a bit sloppy there with their passing.
Just want to try something here.
They're in.
Oh, they're in.
They're in. It's what? Oh,
it's what a save by Pickford. And it was, I think it was Pulisic,
wasn't
it? Yeah.
They're still on the attack here. Bit of a shambolic defending there, mix up between the two centre backs.
I think he took a touch too many, to be honest. Terrible defending. He needs to hit it that time. He took a touch too many. Went too wide.
Yeah. The man, that boy's got some pace on him.
I like Jordan Pickford. I think he's a good keeper.
So is Pulisic a midfielder then, or is he like the out-and-out striker at Dortmund?
No, he's more of a... right, he could play either side or a number 10. He's not a striker.
No. Is he two-footed then, or is he just like primarily right-footed?
Pulisic, I think, is a left-footer, to be honest, but I think he's quite two-footed, like you say.
Yeah.
No, I think he's very right-footed, if I remember. I get mixed up with him.
Yeah. He seems dangerous. England Great goal by England. Fantastic goal. Lingard. What a goal.
Always scores baggers for England. Oh no, we're doing silly dances.
Bloody fortnight crap again. But what a goal by Lingard. Picked it up left hand side of the penalty box, outside it, and curled it top right hand corner. Top bins, as they say. Guzan.
It's mad how so many Manchester United players perform better for their international club.
Yeah, Chilwell down the left hand side at Dele Alli. Ali then slips it into Lingard, one touch. Oh, he's just inside the area. But what a goal.
It's a finesse FIFA 19 finish, isn't it?
Yeah. One touch to set it up, get it out of his feet, and then wham.
Yeah,
straight
but you know what?
net.
This is, I don't want to take anything away from it. It's a very, very good goal. Very, very good goal. But two things, really. One, I would love to see it in a Manchester United shirt. And two, the time, isn't it? It's the time he's given at this level.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a fair bit of space there to work in, but they're coming again, England, at the minute. Oh, a bit of a poor ball there from Delph. So this is good to see, because normally you see England just sit back on a 1-0 and try and hit on the break after they score, but England picking up the possession again. Still going for it. Dele Alli, Callum Wilson. Lingard's got it on the right. 2-0.
Yeah, lovely finish.
The
Trent
right back.
Alexander-Arnold as well.
Alexander-Arnold.
Absolutely
2-0.
hammers it home. Will we have any more dancing? No? Yeah.
No. What a goal that was. Bit of a mix-up on the edge of the box again. The ball just wouldn't... No one would seem to pick the ball up and do something with it.
You wouldn't. You'd fancy Rooney to score on this, though, wouldn't you? I mean, to be honest with you,
yeah.
I know USA had that chance, but a lovely finish. Again, another FIFA finish. That was the L1, R1 drive low.
That's it. Yeah, low-driven shot. But what a sweet hit that was from right back.
They're really poor, America, aren't they?
They are.
You can see why they didn't make the World Cup.
Yeah. Can you update the score, mate, when you get a minute?
Doing it now, yeah.
Yeah.
2-0, there it is.
Lingard with the first. Alexander-Arnold with the second.
Where's Southwick? Long night ahead for the Yanks. Illa says England 19, USA 0. It could be very big. We're only 27 minutes in. They're a very poor side. Sancho assists to Paul Bulger, yeah. Remember, subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. We really want to get 50,000 subscribers tonight. Look, bottom right hand corner, click and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, if you have, underneath, just share the button. We could hit 50,000 on That's Football tonight, which would be a monumentous thing. We'll always remember it was when Rooney played his last game for England.
Great opening 30 minutes for England. USA, as we said, have been really, really poor, apart from the Pulisic chance, which was a bit of a mix-up with our centre-backs anyway.
No way!
They've not really... I mean, Lingard's having an absolute field day down that left-hand side.
What's up?
Can you hear that, Marcus?
No.
Use Goldbridge.
That's Goldbridge's brother.
That's not Goldbridge.
Why should I?
Is his brother probably?
I've just gone into Discord and I'm listening to you as well, so I'm just wondering if people can hear it.
The owner of the server is Goldbridge.
Yo, Goldbridge. Yes, Goldbridge.
Yeah,
Cat Gang says, I was just speaking and then I got banned. I swear I was respectful
I don't know why
of
it's
everyone's
Goldbridge.
opinion.
It's Goldbridge.
Faraz, I watch the tennis when it's on.
Anyway.
Sometimes.
Wait, we're on the game, wait.
I watch the golf.
Yes, Mark Goldbridge. I'm in the lobby.
I just said that you can't hear it, Marcus, but people on Discord.
No, I
do you know this Liverpool fan? Yeah, so
Right,
deluded.
a lot of people in the
Man
comments
fan.
can hear it.
Joking. You never walk alone.
Yeah, we'll leave their channel because...
Are you actually a Liverpool fan?
He played for Ball. He did play. bro, but he went back to MLS.
They can't hear me on Discord unless they're watching That's Football, but I can listen to them. So we've got these group chats on there.
Joseph Martinez is pretty good.
Joseph Martinez, Miguel Almiron, Greg Garza.
A lot of people saying turn it off.
How is it, man? How is it?
But yeah, everyone on
Ryan,
in the comments can hear it, but I can't.
It's alright. I'm only messing around. I've turned it off now. It's more of a trial for tomorrow night, to be honest, because obviously when I play Skype, Marcus we can hear, but when I'm doing Discord tomorrow night, I wanted to make sure that everyone can hear it, and they can. Turn it off, please. Get it out. Get them off. Boo-hoo. Bloody hell. Come on.
So what's your plans for the weekend then, Mark? So I think this game's over and dusted.
We're waiting for Rooney, aren't we? Funnily enough, I'm off to... well, I don't want to give my exact plans away because a bunch of weirdos might turn up, but I'm going to... I'm going to a National Trust house on Sunday because they decorate it out for Christmas and stuff, so we normally do it as a family. So we're going to one of those, and then obviously Saturday there's no Premier League football, is there? So I will I will probably well, my daughter will be playing in the morning, so I'll get some football. So about you?
Okay. I'm actually gonna take the kids to go and watch that new Grinch Saturday, the animated one. So I'm going to go there and on Saturday, and then depending on the showing after, they want to go and see Katie wants to see the Harry Potter one that's just come out.
Oh yeah, I need to go and see that. I need to watch the first one again though to remind me, because it's been a couple of years. I never watched it again after the cinema. Which reminds me, actually, I was doing some work, and I was listening to some music on YouTube, and I actually put on Paul McCartney, Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time. It's the first Christmas song I've played. March, not March, I'd be in trouble. November the 15th. So Christmas is coming. We'll have the Christmas party again on the... I don't know whether we did that on the United Stand. We might do it on here, actually. I thought that... Has anybody seen the John Lewis advert? In the UK, John Lewis is always the big Christmas advert. And it came out today. But it's Elton John. I thought it was shit. I really did. I thought, what's that got to do with Christmas? And John Lewis don't sell pianos. So...
Yeah, you do. Some of the adverts really are boring, aren't they, at this time of year? When you think it's Christmas time, I mean, the ones that stick out for me is the Coca-Cola one. You know, it's...
Christmas was better when you were a kid. Although, I mean, I've got kids, and I often say to them, Christmas isn't as good for you as it was for me. I'm sure they love it, but no, it probably do. You know, the feeling you have when you're a kid at Christmas is very different, isn't it? I mean... I always remember my favourite Christmas was getting my massive Sabutio set, which was like the big... It was like FIFA for all you mods, but basically you had to flick the players around yourself and iron your pitch. You didn't just stick the telly on and play. It was like you needed a room to yourself to get your pitch out, set your goals, all your players, and you had to flick your players around. But to me, that was the height of entertainment as a kid.
Yeah,
some people used to have to play blow football, which isn't what you think. Blow football was 2 goals with a straw and a ball, and you had to blow it.
They used to sell the extra teams and different ball sets, didn't they, for that Sabutio?
Yeah,
separate.
Loads.
They used to be in the green boxes, if I remember rightly, with the white writing. You say Sabutio and then the team at the bottom.
Oh, I loved Sabutio for years. I used to play it well into my teens. Oh, bit of
absolutely fantastic. Offside
on America. Opinions on Brexit. I don't even understand it. It's Thursday night tonight, so I think I'm going to watch Question Time to try and educate myself, because I feel I need to. But I to be honest with you, over the last year, I used to be quite into my politics and military, you know, things like that, and what's going on in the world. And I think I've just become so disillusioned with a lot of things. I just focus on what we do really now. My family, that's all I do. Football, bit of computer games, and my family, that's all I do. But I used to be very into politics, but I think it's just The older you get, the more you realise they don't know anything more than we do. It's a bit like, I tell you what, it's a bit like football politics, isn't it? Because you could be a Liverpool fan with Klopp in charge and very happy with your party leader. You could be, a United fan with Mourinho in charge of your political party, country, whatever, your football club, and just be like, he's rubbish, absolutely rubbish. But I have to back him because, well, I don't back him, but I have to sort of give him my time because he manages my club. But he's awful. And I think that politics is very similar.
Yeah. Did you used to take an awful lot of notice about it then?
Yeah. I used to watch Question Time every week. I used to love it in my 20s. Yeah. But not anymore.
Surprising. Have you always been interested in politics then, or was it just a thing as you got older and just decided to take note about it?
I think I always have been, really.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into it because people will be, if I say what my opinions are, then obviously everyone can have different ones, and I don't mind that about football. But I think on politics, it's you don't want to sort of divide people on that.
Dangerous territory, isn't it?
Santa does exist, says Kieran Barlow. Oh, you said he doesn't. What?
Yeah.
What? Santa doesn't exist. What are you on about? Right, America have got a chance here. If they had any, well, see, that is why they're rubbish.
Yeah, straight at Pickford.
30 yards out, shoots when he's got a runner to his left that he can pass in. It's banter football.
Yeah.
I don't even know who half these players play for. I mean, I've heard of Pulisic and Guzan, but the rest I don't know. Maybe they play for like the Dog and Duck.
Very poor showing, I think, from the USA, unless this is the normality for them, for the national team. But it's, to be honest, it's not much of a game at all. It really isn't. Yeah, I know it's only a friendly, but I would have thought the Americans would have put a bit more of a fight than this. But look at that, runner.
Fabian Delph, I mean, he just got tackled there. I can't believe he's England captain. I mean, whatever you think about whether Rooney deserves a comeback or whatever, why is Fabian Delph captain of England? I mean, that is just terrible.
Yeah. Really bad decision, but I suppose he's probably the oldest player out on the pitch, isn't he? Maybe Southgate's doing what Mourinho does to the captaincy. A throw in for England, right hand side. It's
Jonah Garbin says it sucks being an American and a football fan. Sucks being an American and a Man United fan. Because not only your country crap, so is your team. This is apparently, TTX Production says, this is the American first team. Barry Reid says, check the most recent Goldbridge World tweets, Mark. Okay. Let's have a look.
I think if this is the American first team, they've got problems for many, many years because it's only really Pulisic that's been pulling the strings. Not unless they've just set up completely. They got no idea about passing the ball at all. I mean, the centre back just tried a 5-yard pass to the right back and it's gone out of play.
Fuck, whoever. Yeah, just laughing at that Goldbridge World. It's got me picking my nose. Let's have a look. I like Jordan Pickford. I think he's a good keeper. It is quite funny. That is funny.
Captain says this isn't our full first team. Right, Captain, how many players are you missing then?
You're still crap though, Captain. Come on. Own it. Don't look, I'm a United fan. We're crap. Own it. Fight it, don't bite it. Bite it, don't fight it, sorry. When are you going to start watching Christmas films, Mark? To be honest with you, I said this to the kids a couple of weeks ago. I said, we need to start watching them because last year we left it too late. You think, let's not wait. Let's wait till like December. and then you don't get through them all. So just trying to get through the Harry Potter series at the moment. I'm only on to Goblet of Fire, so once they're out of the way, pull out the faves.
Like them, do you?
Yeah, well, we normally watch them every year, sort of like autumn time, but we're a little bit late this year. And then it'll be Home Alone 1 and 2, forget the rest. Santa Claus 1 and 2, forget the rest. Polar Express, Grinch, Elf.
Elf, that's a funny one. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else I watch. And then some of the older stuff with the wife, like Santa Does Debbie. No, nothing like that. Like Love Actually and The Family Man's a brilliant one. The Family Man's brilliant.
Santa Does Debbie. Yeah. Well, Debbie does the elves.
Yeah. The Elf Gangbang.
Right, Captain says we are missing 3 or 4 players that are first team players, but Mark is right. The manager is crap. That's why he's only our interim manager. Oh, okay.
Who is the manager of America? It's not. I know Bruce Arena used to be for a while. Bad Santa I never really liked, to be honest. But
Calvin Wagstaff, Miracle on 34th Street, absolutely fantastic movie for a Christmas film.
Yeah, I haven't watched that for years. Matthew McFadden says, as Scottish fans have it worse. If you're a United Scottish fan, we've got Scott McTominay who plays for both of our teams. Oh God, he is pants. A recommendation if you do like your Christmas films and you're an adult, and it's not porn, so don't worry. This is actually a good film. It's called The Family Man, and I think Nicolas Cage is crap, but in that film he's brilliant. And the moral of the story, I love it. I watch it every. You think watching a film once a year is like it's long enough, but actually it's not. If you watch a film once a year, you become very bored of it. But that film, I can watch it every year. I really like it. Probably made in the 90s, but I really like it. The Family Man with Nicolas Cage. And obviously Jack Williams is right. There's only one film that's the best Christmas film of all time. Marcus, tell me what it is.
Well, if it's you, I'm going to say Die Hard.
Yeah, I was going to kick you out of the chat then if you didn't get it. Yeah, it's Die Hard. It was Die Hard was on it.
It's not a Christmas film.
Oh, it is. Oh, get lost.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not.
Of course it is. It's set at Christmas.
It doesn't matter. Guns and violence and killings is not Christmas, I'm afraid.
It's the Christmas classic, Die Hard. And this has been debated over many years. But Drawty actually messaged me in September and said it's on Film 4. And I went, I'm not watching it. And he was like, why? I thought you liked it. I said, no. If I watch it in September, I can't watch it in December. So I keep it back. I'd love to do a remake of Die Hard with me in the main role.
Right. I can't imagine you in that white vest, Mark. Sorry.
Get in a salmon. I'd get caught ranting up on the top floor.
I think there's supposed to be another one in the works, wouldn't they?
Again, it's exactly the same as Home Alone. It's exactly the same as the Santa Claus films. You stop at 2. Die Hard 1 and 2, very good. Everything else, crap.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the third one's language.
Yeah.
At the start of the movie. Yeah, wasn't a fan of that. I think that just degraded the movie as a whole. So, yeah. And then after that one, I never bothered to watch the follow-ups.
Yakov is right. If the film is set around Christmas, it's a Christmas film. Definitely a Christmas film, says Lawrence.
No. That's one thing we agree and disagree on, I'm afraid. I can't imagine sitting around, with the family around with Die Hard on in the background.
Harry Reid says Matthew McFadden runs Goldbridge World. I don't think he does. I pretty much know who runs Goldbridge World, to be honest, and it's not Matthew. Mark, would you ever collaborate with Football Daily to attack games? Look, my door is always open. I've been on quite a few things over the last 6 months because people are actually starting to realise that we're a credible, good set of a community. But I've never had anything to do with Football Daily or Copper 90 or anything like that. And I'm sure they're aware that we exist, but for some reason the door doesn't get knocked because of people who've lied in the past. But the door's always open. Love Actually is very good as well, Finzer. I like that, yeah.
No, I don't run Goldbridge World either. For those couple of people that were asking, I have no clue how to do that. So no.
Walrus Productions says that Home Alone 3 is actually set in January. I've never watched it.
Okay. I think once
Lawrence wants to remake Die Hard. I think we should do a GoFundMe for next Christmas. We'll start the GoFundMe in January, and everyone can put some money in for a remake of Die Hard, a la Goldbridge Productions. Jake from State Farm says has made a contribution. Thank you, Jake.
I don't see you as the role as John McClane, Wayne, to be honest.
Does DT run Goldbridge World? He's too busy putting out his affiliate links for Amazon, isn't he? Bloody hell. Talk about... Well, I'm not going to say anything. So that's all I've seen him to do is tweeting out things that you can buy on Amazon today with links where he'll get a bit of a bit of commission from it. I was like, I can't believe the balls of the guy. But so
it's half time.
Andy Stewart says Copper 90 collab Mark would be class. I've heard of it. I don't watch it, but I'll be happy to do it. What's my favourite Christmas song? Says Sablumpkin. Let's just stop this because it is half time.
Yep.
Favourite Christmas song, Marcus?
Well, for me, it's got to be. I've got a couple actually. I mean, Elton John's "Step Into Christmas."
I thought you might like that. But you go to bed at night thinking about Elton John saying "Step into Christmas, here is the lube, come on Marcus."
And yet you're the one that was thinking of him today with the John Lewis advert.
I like Elton John, but I don't dream about him telling me to step into his Christmas. I think he's a very, very good artist, and it stops there.
That's a good one. I mean, Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas."
You love Mariah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Angry Brother says Phil Jones runs Goldbridge World. It's the only good thing he's done in his life. But look, it's half time. England are winning 2-0, so that's why it's a bit of dead rubber.
And
America are crap.
That's the story of the game, I'm afraid. Yeah.
2 good goals. Trent Alexander-Arnold made it 2-0. Lingard made it 1-0. Loads of space. And but yeah, we're talking about other stuff at the moment because it's a crap game. We're just waiting for Rooney to come on. Hopefully he'll come on in the second half. Well, he will do. I finished Peep Show Re. My favourite Christmas song is probably... I do like Paul McCartney's... I was just singing it today. But I've got another song in my head now. That's the trouble. I'll tell you what. The song I like is in my head at the moment. I quite like Shakin' Stevens, which is "We're gonna have a party tonight. Da, 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 da. Snow is falling." But I like Fairy Tale of New York. Is very, very good. And I'm on Rake. But it's Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time by Paul McCartney. I like that. And the reason I like it is if you ever watch the video to it on YouTube, it's set in a pub. And that pub, I only found out very recently, is only a couple of miles away from my wife's gran. And we went and saw it in the summer. So that was quite nice.
Oh, wow. Okay. Stephen Blair says "Feed the World" by Band-Aid. Shaka's on about Star Wars again.
What? He's always on about Star Wars. I've shut Star Wars down. I haven't even watched The Last Jedi again. I watched it at Christmas last year and I haven't watched it again, which is absolutely unheard of for me. Which tells you it's crap.
Yes. A couple of people asking Mark as well, what's happened to Red Dead?
I'd say I haven't played it for a couple of weeks. I will do it, but I just haven't played it for a while.
There you go, people. So, yeah, Lingard with an absolute banger of a goal. Left-hand side of the box, right-footed, top right-hand corner. Guzan had no chance, and then Alexander-Arnold with a low-driven shot across Guzan into the bottom left-hand corner. And that is basically the story of the first half because America haven't done nothing apart from that Pulisic chance.
I tell you what, Shame is right. I tell you what, this will blow Marcus's mind because it's not even set at Christmas. But I do think Lord of the Rings: Fellowship of the Ring is a cracking Christmas film because it's got snow in it.
Oh,
I do like to watch that film at Christmas, I must admit. And another one I like at Christmas is The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio because it's got loads of snow in it. These things will do for me.
That is like saying you only play Red Dead at Christmas because there's snow at Chapter 1. Right? Lord of the Rings is not a Christmas film. Not at all.
The thing about Christmas is, though, it's also a time where a lot of people are off, isn't it? So you do get to watch a lot of films. So
Yeah. They're doing a musical of the Only Fools and Horses as well this year, apparently, Christmas.
there's a musical.
Yeah, apparently there's going to be a musical over Christmas, yeah. Yeah, I was reading it. But, yeah. I mean, what about TV shows then, Mark? I mean, do you watch, like, TV shows around Christmas?
Like what?
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes you get the still open all hours, didn't you? Like a one-off
I used to watch
episode.
years ago. I tend to just stick to UK Gold now.
Yeah.
Because it's got all like I like the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special. To be honest, Christmas for me is nostalgia. So I do just have a set list of things that I will watch every year. So there's a few Only Fools and Horses that I will purposely not watch through the year, and I'll keep them for Christmas. Mother Nature's Son, which is the bottled water one, Fatal Extraction, which is where he's got the toothache.
Yeah.
So, Men Behaving Badly Christmas special, a few royal families. I love that.
See, the one that was on the other night that I was watching was when Rodney had broken up with Cassandra and he was taking a girl to the pictures, and he was telling Albert to make that noise like as though he'd just seen that German U-boat.
Yeah.
And that's when I text you. And I just thought of you instantly as soon as I saw it.
What was that bit?
Cracking. It was he turns around, Rodney's having a bit of a problem with Cassandra, and they've broken up, and Rodney's back at the flat, and he tells Uncle Albert he's got to sound shocked when Rodney mentions that he's taking this girl to the pictures, and he keeps on going like that, and he keeps on hitting him saying no, not yet, and then when he wants him to do it, he just doesn't do it. And it just, as soon as I saw it, I thought, yeah, that's Goldbridge all over that. That's why I texted you and said, are you watching it? Absolutely fantastic episode, Darren. I can't remember what episode it was, though, what the name of it was. Oh, he was taking the girl out from the laundrette, I think it was. The skinny bird from the laundrette. Absolutely hilarious
I know
episode,
what you mean,
that one. Really, really funny episode, that one. So Lingard scored the first goal, and Alexander-Arnold scored the second one. Still game is absolutely class, says Kieran. Never seen that. You seen that, Mark? Still game?
It's old people. No, watched it. Friday Night Project's meant to be quite good as well. Or Friday Night Dinner. It's with one of the lads from In-Betweeners. I'm just reading about the musical. It's going to be a West End musical.
There we go. Yeah. Is it this year or is it next?
Set in 1989.
It's Fatal Extraction. Okay, Sam. Cheers, mate. Right.
Right, I've had a contribution here from Douglas James Horn. The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe is a great movie to watch at Christmas because it has snow in it too. I agree, Douglas, I agree. Finza likes watching the Star Wars trilogy at Christmas, especially Empire Strikes Back because it's got snow in it. I haven't watched Black Sails, Shaka, but apparently it's quite good. To be honest with you, I've had a bit of I did Peep Show, and before that I was doing Ozark on Netflix, and at the moment I'm watching the original UK Office because I haven't watched it for a couple of years, and I'm deciding my next thing to go for. But because it's Christmas, I'm like, I don't really want to get into a series because it's like over Christmas I'll just pull out the old videos and TV series that I like. So I'll probably wait till January. Better Call Saul maybe, because I did Breaking Bad later this year, so maybe I'll do
that. Did you ever watch that Fear the Walking Dead or not?
I tried the first episode, didn't like it.
No. never interested me at all.
I must
just
admit,
the
I
money.
watched The Walking Dead on Monday night, which is the first episode after Rick Grimes left, and I'm not doing spoilers because they were publicising it themselves. He was going to go, so I won't say what happened to him. But Monday was the first episode without him, and I don't know. I'm like that with it. I am a bit like that with it. I don't know whether it's going to work. Danny Hulligan says, Mark, I've got more friends than you've got cows. How many cows you got? I ain't got any cows, mate. Jacob, I did do some acting. You're very observant. He says you'd be a very good actor. Keep this going. I want to be Bruce Willis in the remake of Die Hard, the original Die Hard. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to make it more Christmassy. I'm going to actually, I'm going to make it a real... I think Die Hard is a Christmas film, but if we do the remake, Phil Marcus, I'm going to make it even more Christmassy. I'll hum Christmas songs when I'm being chased by terrorists, and I'll make sure there's more tinsel in the background.
Yeah. Make sure you kiss someone under the mistletoe as well.
Yeah. There's bloody Christmas songs in it. I can't believe you don't think it's a Christmas song. It ends with a Christmas song. It starts with a Christmas song. It's a Christmas party on Christmas Eve that gets hijacked. It's a bloody Christmas film.
Christmas is not about terrorists and guns and killing, right? That's just my opinion, right? It's just not.
Most families argue at Christmas.
Well, yeah, but if you put Die Hard next to, say, The Night Before Christmas...
Die Hard's been voted the best Christmas film on many a poll anyway, so, it's not just like an abstract opinion of mine.
I can tell you now, mate, I didn't vote for it. But, it's films like that, I just think it's more family movies are Christmas songs.
You could spend money to get a DVD to watch in England's World Cup.
I just see that, yeah.
I will tell you what, it was great at the time. I loved that. We did the watch-along, didn't we, for the England games, and that winning on penalties was one of the best moments of my life, football-wise. And people often say that, well, you're a United fan. But I said, no, the thing about England is I fell out of love with England. And I've been on the receiving end of so many bad penalty shootouts. That was just brilliant. But would I buy a DVD of Daring to Dream? Oh, so I can watch England fuck it up in the semi-finals again? No, thanks. We love to celebrate losing in this country. We love to celebrate losing.
Oh, yeah. Right, Shaka has put a comment in here. Shaka Phillips. Mark and Marcus.
Same one again. He always does the same one.
Yeah. What are your fave films? My top 5 fave films of all time. Number 5, Dark Knight. 4, Inception. 3, Captain America: Winter Soldier. 2, Lion King. And 1, Empire Strikes Back. I
tell you what, I watched them very recently. The Batman trilogy. It is a brilliant trilogy. The Christian Bale Batman. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, just seeing 2 nutcases run off the pitch with the ball. Oh no, I thought they were stealing. I thought they were stealing the balls. Oh dear. Oh man. I thought they were actually trying to nick the balls out there and just running
relay race, wasn't it?
So second half, Mark, how do you think it's going to go? More of the same?
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
Yeah.
They're terrible, America, aren't they?
I would fancy Rooney to come on probably around 60 minutes. I'd be very, very disappointed if he didn't get a goal past these lot. I mean, they're there for the taking, aren't they, really? I mean, just a matter of how many's going to go past them.
Kieran says, I always have to have a little bit of a moan, and I do always have a moan about Christmas and say, why do we have all this connection with snow when it never bloody snows? All these Christmas cards with bloody snow on it. They're great in that, but I can't remember the last time it snowed at Christmas. It's always mild.
Yeah, I get snow every year where I am. Croatia and Spain are 1-1 at the minute.
Do you bollocks?
Yeah, seriously, every year.
You're full of shit, you are.
No, I'm not, seriously.
Come on, where's the punchline then?
No, there is no punchline. I'm being serious. Right, England are second in their group. Or they could actually. Oh no, they'll be joint top if they beat Croatia. They'd be joint
They
top.
need
But
Croatia to
their
beat
goal
Spain.
difference is shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, seriously, I get snow every year. Not necessarily on Christmas Day, but it usually comes a week or two before.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do. Oh, the whole point is that you don't get snow on Christmas Day.
Well, no, I mean, it won't snow Christmas Day, but it will be laid for Christmas Day.
I think you're talking bollocks because I
No,
I know where
seriously.
you live and I know.
Yeah, I know.
that
No, seriously.
The England, it's normally bloody mild. Sebastian
Where
United
are-
says
where
if
are-
you like Royal Family, Early Doors is a good watch. Yeah, watch that, Sebastian United. In fact, I was going to go and watch that live in October because they did a tour of it and I couldn't get tickets in time. So it's very good, Early Doors.
For the last, ever since I moved here, I've only lived here 3 years, right? And for the 3 years, every year it has snowed, and I've had snow Christmas Day, every day. There has been snow laid. I
He
mean,
lives
where
in
I
East
am,
Anglia.
where I am, it's supposed to be one of the driest counties, right? Where I am in the country, I've never ever seen it rain so fucking much in one place as it does here. It's always raining where I am. And every year for the last 3 years, I've had snow outside in my garden on Christmas Day.
There are microclimates though, because somebody just said there it never snows in Manchester, and somebody just said they live in Sweden and it doesn't snow. I find that hard to believe. But I obviously grew up in Nottingham, and England are in again straight away. Yeah, Callum Wilson,
Yep.
Cross. England pick up the second ball though. And I used to get a lot of snow in the East Midlands, but now I live in the West Midlands. You don't get much, so. It's all to do with where you are. Like when I lived in Dublin, you never got any snow because you're on the coast.
I mean, when I used to live down in Devon, going back about 20 years ago, you think being down in the West Country, not up in the hills or anything, it would snow all the time. Never did. London, it would snow some years, not every year. But here, where I am now, it's supposed to be one of the driest counties in the country, and every summer, mate, without fail, it always fucking rains here. And seriously, when you get a storm in this place, it's terrible. It knocks the TV out, everything. Absolutely terrible. But yeah, every year since I've been here for 3 years, Christmas Day, it may not snow Christmas Day, but there has been snow out in the back garden and out front.
Bada Bang Sphinx says to be like the best, you got to do like the best. Good quote. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, we're getting closer and closer to 50,000 subscribers. And share the video if you have already subscribed. That'd be great. Thank you. Sancho is playing, Kieran. Had a good first half. It's a bit of a crap game, to be honest. America are rubbish.
Yeah.
To be honest, England should be winning this about 5 or 6.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the Americans have done absolutely nothing. I think England have made a couple of changes, I think, at half time. Yeah, we've changed goalie. McCarthy's gone in goal instead of Pickford.
I think the Gavin and Stacey Christmas special is very, very Christmassy. You're right. It's very, very good.
Joe Allen says Brad Guzan for United when De Gea moves. That's quite worrying, that, Mark. I mean, the contract situation with De Gea and Martial, Mata, Herrera.
It is, you're right.
Very, very, very worrying at the minute. Would have thought, England's in again.
They're terrible.
They can't defend for it. Absolute shit. But yeah, I mean, do you think in order for them to sign new contracts, Mourinho's got to go?
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah. I mean, I can't really see why anyone would want to stay at the club playing like that, to be honest. There just seems to be no ambition from the board at all in terms of signing or the quality of the signings they're bringing in.
Ryan Barnes says Nations League is decided on points, then head-to-head, including away goals. If Spain and Croatia draw and England beat Croatia, England will finish top of the group. Because I presume we've got a better goal difference in the head-to-heads. Or we scored more away goals, actually.
Well, so far, as it stands...
No
Spain
Doctor Who
are
at Christmas this year, apparently.
Spain are on +6, and England are on equal goal difference, I think it is at the minute.
I do know of Hall Green, James Drew. It's a place in Birmingham.
USA seeing a bit of the ball now, second half. Not the same tempo from England in the second half as it was in the first. But USA still not doing anything.
Zach Starr says it's snowing where he lives. It has done all day, and he had to leave school early. That's America for you. I like the climates in America, like especially New York. It can be really hot, and then in the winter it's cold.
Mm. You'd never have thought that, would you? Winter being cold.
Well, it's not always cold here. It's very mild today.
Oh, Jadon Sancho's just been skipped past there.
I have heard of Carlton in Nottingham, James. My dad used to live there, actually. He used to go and visit him there on a weekend, and that's when he used to take me to the forest. He lived at Westdale Lane or something like that. I remember he lived at the top of a very steep hill. I've driven past Worcester MUFC, Matt. I've never been there. It's 5 a.m. wherever Aaron Stone is, so he's going to bed.
Night, Aaron.
Red Baron says, do you live in Norway, Marcus?
No. I don't think East Anglia is Norway, is it?
To be honest, the education some people seem to have these days, they probably would. Having said that, I'll tell a funny story. I think I've told it before. When I was at school, and I was quite educated, I'm going to make myself sound really thick here. There was a guy who, like when you're at secondary school, there's always new people starting, especially after the summer. So this lad started in our third year at secondary school, and I think he was Cantonese, and he was obviously he looked Cantonese, so it was obvious that he was, from that region. And I remember his first class, and we were all like getting to know him. And I says, "Oh, where you come from?" And he said, "Western-super-Mare." And the World Cup had just happened in rugby with Western Samoa, so I thought that's where he meant. I didn't realise Western-super-Mare was a place down near Bristol. So I thought he'd come from like the country he'd been born in or something. He was a bit of a nutter, he was actually though. He was a really nice lad, but he had a bad temper on him, and he fell out with an art teacher once, and he got one of them bloody scalpels and had her up against the wall. One of the clay carving knives. It was a rough school I went to.
You don't seem like the rough sort of person, Mark, to be honest.
No, I'm not. I don't like violence. Brian Pollock says, loving Discord, Mark, what's the rating thing for? I think it's just based on how many sort of comments you do and things like that, so...
Well, USA are pushing. Pulisic is getting much more involved. Now he's trying to pick up the pockets of
the gas
space.
Has gone off the pedal.
Yeah, England not really. They're trying to keep. Well, they got plenty of possession, but they're not really doing anything with it now. It's just keep ball.
Caden King says, would you come to Trinidad? If someone's invited me, I'll bloody go, yeah. Sounds lovely. Tell you what, I had to do the Tesco shop today, the online shop, and I accidentally on purpose went into the Christmas section and ordered 3 selection boxes to come tomorrow so I can eat them. Christmas is on its way. Here we go. That's cool. I thought he was going to score then, Lingard. Cut back. Dink to the back post.
Slotted in. Lingard with a great opportunity there to make it 3. I think if the defender don't get in the way there, that's in. I don't think Guzan's anywhere near that.
Paul Robinson says Lingard lives on 20-yard screamers. The simple things he makes difficult. Look, to be honest with you, Lingard's played very well tonight. He scored a very good goal. I don't think any top 4 team would have him in his team. You know, is he going to get in a Man City team? No. Is he going to get in a Liverpool team? No. Is he going to get in a Chelsea team? No. Is he going to get in a Spurs team? I don't think so. But he's a regular for United. I think this is the problem with United. I've said it many, many a time. I think we've got too many players that actually aren't good enough to win a title. And I think some fans like to champion those players because they don't realise that your expectations have been lowered massively. You've got to be ruthless to be a team in the top 4. To be a title team, you've got to be ruthless. You can't carry players. And Lingard's just not good enough for a title-winning team. Fellaini isn't. No. Lukaku isn't. Smalling isn't. Young isn't. I like some of those players, but they're not good enough to win a title with. And until we get ruthless, you know, it's not even just United. You know, Liverpool were never going to win a title. And then this summer they've gone and bought players that improve. You know, they were never winning a title with their defence. They've gone and bought Van Dijk. They've bought a good goalkeeper. They've got a good couple of youngsters coming through. I think Liverpool and Chelsea, if Man City weren't so dominant, I'd actually say they could win the title this year. The reality is Man City are going to run away with it again. But at least they are contenders. You know, Arsenal aren't contenders either. They've got massive issues. They've got some good players, but they've got issues in their team as well.
Eric Dyer and Henderson's coming on for England in a minute. And Rooney was just sticking tape around his ankles.
Paul Bull just says, thoughts on Chelsea facing a 2-year transfer ban. Yeah, this is for buying players under 18 from the continent. I tell you what, it's never going to happen, and it shouldn't happen. I mean, how can you ban Chelsea for buying underage players when Man City have spent a decade falsifying their accounts to pump in money from their rich owner? You know, it can't happen. It won't happen.
Yeah. So, Dyer, Rooney and Henderson are coming on.
Here comes Rooney.
Is it me, or does he look younger? He looks really fit and well.
I think Croatia are going to make it 2-1, which is interesting for me.
Croatia just scored.
Yeah. That'll be De Gea's fault, even though there's nothing he can do about it again.
Mm.
That makes it interesting, because if England beat Croatia on Sunday, they would top the group.
They would top, yeah.
Apparently they would top the group anyway.
Well, they would top it by 1 point if it stays the same. England on 4 at the minute, Spain on 6. Mind you, Croatia
Spain will have played
could
all
top
their
it
games,
as well.
won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Croatia on 4 points as well, so that could be a good game Sunday.
I think the big thing about it is, if we do top it, is that we get to play in that tournament in the summer, don't we?
Yes.
So that'd be good.
Yes. Dele Alli's coming off. Do you know what, Wayne Rooney? He looks so much fitter and healthier.
Mate, I think you need to get to Specsavers. He looks like an old 40-year-old to me.
No.
Then again, everyone does to me. But nah, he looks his age now. Apparently he's been in good form in the MLS though, so let's see what he's all about.
He's got the captain's armband. Interesting to see where Southgate's going to make him play. Oh, where's he gone then? He's out. He's playing as the main striker then.
Oh, Sancho could have put him in then. I hope he scores.
It would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice.
He'll surely get a chance.
Well, you think so. I mean, the way England have been opening up USA throughout 58 minutes, he's got to get, I thought, at least 2 or 3 chances at least. I mean, he's been playing well out in America, so you would fancy him to at least bury one of these chances. Pulisic again, weaving in and out. Yeah. David Rutter says USA are losers. Oh, okay.
Tack, I've just unbanned you on Discord, so you should be all right now. I did do a little bit of research into it, and apparently it's because when you were going into the group chats, you sounded like a robot because your internet's crap. So I've just told everybody that now, haven't I, live? But yeah, I think that was. I don't think it was because of any swearing. I think it's just you were trying to talk and it was ruining the experience for everybody. But you know, sort your internet out, or just don't go in the group chats.
That's an interesting comment from Finzer. Rooney was never and never will be a captain.
No, I'd agree with that. I think Rooney, certainly at United, he was given the captaincy and his fire went out. I just don't think Rooney. I don't think it helps Rooney, to be honest, the captaincy.
Took away that aggression.
What do you think about Wayne Rooney's wife, Marcus? Says Harry.
I don't really pay much attention to other people's wives, to be honest. From what I've read about her, she's a bit mouthy, I think. Let's have a look. Mark L says, Mark, how's the ultimate team?
All right, I've got Aguero up front now. So, in fact, I was playing it this afternoon while I was talking to Marcus on the phone, and it was a good game. I won 3-2.
And he saved a penalty as well, didn't you?
I did. I tell you what, my success rate of saving penalties on FIFA 19 is probably about 80%.
Yeah.
I save loads because most people go the same way all the time. You can read them, and if your keeper goes right, you save it.
And who have you got in goal?
Edison. But I was saving them with Kappa as well.
Yeah.
Since I bought Aguero, I bought him for 275 coins. He's gone up to 300,000 in a day.
Good business, mate, if you want to get rid of him again.
I know, I could sell him and get Aubameyang. I will be doing FIFA tomorrow on here at 1 o'clock. I don't know. I see, the thing about Aguero is he's got a good shot on him. I don't know whether I'd want to trade Aubameyang in for him. I know he's taller and quicker, but I don't know whether his shooting's as good.
Could you not go on the catalogue and pick up the loan one that's on there?
Yeah, but I haven't got the players to do it.
No? Not sure how much it would cost you to bring them in to do that.
Yeah, you only get him for 20 games as well. I think you've got to go and buy people to do it.
Pulisic with a free kick. Cleared by Dyer.
I had Kane for Mitchell. I thought he was crap.
Alexander-Arnold took a bit of a risk there on the right-hand side, trying to shepherd the ball out of play, but Pulisic kept it in. Lively player, this Pulisic. Not a Mourinho signing, though.
Yeah, well, when we play Cardiff, Kyle, that's guaranteed 3 points. Cardiff is guaranteed 3 points this year, so at least we know we're going to win that. I tell you what, I'd like to play the wrestling game. I used to play it years ago, but I always used to be Shawn Michaels, The Rock. I just don't know the wrestlers now. I used to like playing the wrestling games when I knew all the wrestlers, but I don't know them all now, so it's just not as much fun.
Apparently they have good career modes on them as well.
Yeah.
Very in-depth career mode to it. So.
I like baths and showers, Richie. Shower in the morning, bath at night. That reminds me, actually. I should pop off in a minute. I've seen Rooney come on now.
I'm really, really surprised that Sancho still stayed on.
Yeah, he won't be played on Sunday. It's a shame, really, because he should.
I think Callum Wilson's done really well in this game with what he's had to
Needed
do.
to take that chance though.
He did, yeah. I think Spain has scored.
2-2. Penalty.
Yeah, Ramos.
I think as long as it's a draw, somebody was saying we can still top the group if we beat them though.
Yeah. I think, if it goes to the head-to-heads, we beat Spain, didn't we? 3-2.
Yeah, so that I think it's because we scored more away goals.
Yeah. Rooney's not seen a lot of the ball since he's come on.
Right, Marcus, I'll be back in 20 minutes. Is that all right?
Yes, mate. Go on, go get your bath. Have fun.
I'll see you back in 20 minutes.
Yeah, don't forget your duck.
I won't. He's waiting for me.
How many ducks have you got? 2 or 3?
They're not mine, they're Seb's. I've got a Christmas one.
I feel really.
See you in a minute.
All right, mate. Later. Remember the name Wayne Rooney, says Michael. Yes. Tyler Walsh says we got the win. Yeah, definitely. I can't see America doing anything to get back in this game, to be honest. Pulisic is the bright spark. Go get your bath. Yeah, that's it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That's it. Red Baron. Yeah. But what Kieran really does. He does go for bath. America had a great chance there with number 7 Wood, I think it was, from a corner, short corner. Pulisic, great ball in. Oh, I should have been on target, to be fair to him. Gets in between the centre backs, in between Delph and Dyer. Header just over the bar. Red Baron, mate. I hope not. What's Mark going to do with that duck, Mark? Adam, I don't know. I dread to think, to be honest. I dread to think. Dom, 20 minutes for a bath. Yeah, when you get as old as Mark, the bones tend to give up on you, and you need to give them a good soak. So, that's where he's gone. Jacob, he's gone for a bath. He's gone for a bath again. USA have been all over England since Rooney came on, says Jade Lennon. Do you know what? I would actually semi-agree with that, because they have had a fair bit of the ball since Rooney's come on. It's not been the same sort of performance from England. It's almost as if it's very similar to United, where when Lukaku comes on, it slows us down. And it's almost like they're trying to get Rooney to score a goal. So is Mark 51? No. Mark is 39. Mark's 39. I'm 38. Rooney deserves a goal. I think he does, Michael. Yeah, for seeing as he's come back like one time only, it would be a nice send off for him. But we've got just over 20 minutes to go. I think overall, in terms of a spectacle, it's not been that good. It really isn't. Douglas, I like the miracle on 34th Street. I really do. I like the night before Christmas as well. I do like that. Beast Mode Pro, how are you? Lewis Talbot wants to make it 3-0. Marcher Baron's sudden urge for a bath. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, Kylie, I did. Yes, I did read that. But I thought I put a comment in there so you knew I was there. Is it true the older the berry, the sweeter the juice? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you think of it like that, yeah. Yes, Kieran, Mark is older than me. Yes. Absolutely no way are you 30. Yeah, I am, Steve. Honestly, I am. Mark is older than me. Yeah. Yeah, Mark is older than me. People don't believe it because of the voice. The voice is so deep. My voice is so deep anyway. But yeah, Mark is actually 6-7 months older than me. Douglas loves the Muppets Christmas Carol. Oh, that's a good Christmas film as well. Scrooge. I like that. That's a good one. Loftus Cheek is coming on in a second. Gareth Southgate is just giving him the thumbs up. Jack says I'm old. Oh, mate, Goldbridge is older. Number 8. Who's that? Harry Winks. So Harry Winks is coming off. Streaker on the pitch. I thought Marcus was older with his voice, but then I realised he's a Cockney geezer and even 15-year-olds speak like him. Well done, Red Baron. Yes, well done. You sound about 73, Marcus, with that deep voice. I've always had a very, very deep voice, and the only explanation is that my balls probably drop deeper than a lot of normal people's. That's it. That's the only explanation I can give you. Die Hard best Christmas movie. Oh, if only Mark was here to hear you say that. FSG out. What's FSG? What is that, Mohammed? I don't know. Marcus, who scored and how? Shortick. So Lingard got the first one, left-hand side of the penalty box and curled it in the top right-hand corner. And then it was Alexander-Arnold, I think, with the second a couple of minutes after Lingard's, and a low-driven FIFA shot in the bottom left-hand corner. So, yeah, there we go. Do I know him in real life, Richie? Yes, I do. Can we get 50k sub? Yes, Gaz. Yes. So, everyone, can you like, share, and subscribe, please? We're going to try and get this channel to 50k subs, hopefully by the end of the international break, if we can. If not, then hopefully by Christmas. So yeah, it'll be much appreciated if you subscribe to the channel if you're new and click the bell. What's Mark's real name, Fraser? Mark. There we go. Game of month. Where is Mark? Mark is in the bath washing his wanger. All right, basically. All right, Liam, how you doing? Liam, I'll be on Discord, mate. Like I said, probably about 10:30, 11. Mark and his rubber duck, Marcus and his rubber balls as a tribute to Bobby V. Yeah. And Ryan says 3-2 USA full time. No way. No way. How far has your balls dropped, says Andrew. Well, if my voice is quite deep compared to everyone else's, then I would say pretty far. Last game for Rooney, says Rushan. Yes, it is. When am I playing Mark on FIFA? Well, it was scheduled, Kieran, for this weekend, but if he can't do Outlast, it's obviously not going to be this weekend. So possibly during the week, next week. Right, Dan Knight, how you doing? Let's have a look. Didn't we get the fucking channel at 50k the other night and saved your bait? No, that was the 49,000, George, wasn't it? That was 49,000. Do you prefer Aston Villa or Birmingham City, says James Drew? Oh, do you know what? Out of two, if I had to pick, I would say Aston Villa, purely because Ashley Young used to play there. So Blumpkin's got raisin balls. Nice. Very small then. And Michael Hubbard says I've got a good voice. Oh, thank you. What channel this in Marcus, mate, says Murphy. I'll read that in a minute, Matthew. It's the United Stand Discord channel. I'm not sure if Mark has put the link on here. Yes, Sir Blumpkin, I did. Yeah, he's got it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the Discord United Stand chat. So if anyone's not signed up, get yourselves over there and join in the conversations and the topics. And Matthew said, Marcus, do you need a wheelbarrow to transport your John Stones when you walk outside? Sometimes, Matthew, they're that heavy, right? It's like I've got 3 legs. It really is. The sack drops to the floor and makes a third track in the sand. It really is. How do you get on the new Discord? You just sign up to Discord, and I think the link is in the channel. I'm sure it is. If Matthew or Kylie would be kind enough to check the link in the channel and see if it's in there, they would be able to tell you. If not, they might be able to tell you where you can get on it. Marcus, who's my man of the match? I would say, do you know what? I think Alexander-Arnold has had a good game, and Loftus-Cheek is in here. He could pull it back to Callum, but he won't because he's a hog. And he decides to go for goal himself, and Callum Wilson was open on the right-hand side. If he'd have played it to Callum Wilson, that would have been 3-0, hands down. And England totally messed that up. Totally messed that. If your sack is that heavy, you need to have a word with your wife. Speak the truth. Yes, exactly. Why did I get married if it's still that heavy? Eh? Why? Scientists have discovered 2 new planets located on Marcus's chair. Cheers, Jack. Yeah. My mum's got a headset on in the corner, mate. Callum Wilson just had a fantastic opportunity there to make it 3-0, but Guzan made a wonderful save there. Bit of a balls up in the back. Great layoff to the right-hand side for Alexander-Arnold. Oh, no, he didn't save it. It just went wide. Callum Wilson should be burying that. Oh, fair play to him, though. It did take a nick off the defender, and it's gone out for a corner. The Queen is asking for a crown jewels back. Yeah, Trent is quality. I said, do you know what? He's a really good. I think he's a really good right back. Nice, good, young, up and coming right back. So where's Rashford? He's on the bench. Does your kid support United? One of them does, and the other one's too young. Northern Ireland Neil says Douglas. Lingard played for Birmingham. Isn't Guzan 10,000 years old by now? Would I take Wilson at United in January? Do you know what? I would take Wilson, yeah. I think he's I think what he does for Bournemouth is fantastic. He scores a lot of goals. I mean, the way he played was it last season? Absolutely fantastic. Really fantastic. Right, Matthew's put the link to Discord, and it's in. There he is. I knew he'd get a goal. There we go. Callum Wilson makes it 3-0. So it was a ball in from the left-hand side, and he gets a toe on it, I think. And it goes past Guzan. I have to tell Mark to update the score. So Eric Dyer moves it out to the left-hand side to Delph. Delph with a good ball in. Yeah, Callum Wilson in front of his defender, tucks it home with his left foot. 3-0, and well-deserved goal for him, I think. I think he's been really good tonight with what he's had to do. He's held the ball up well. He's had a couple of shots. Left foot, Guzan, no chance. So 3-0 to England. So Matthew says, should start selling Callum Wilson. You should do, Matthew, yeah. Maybe do an England set, Matthew. International sets. Get in there. Will Sun says crossing the channel. Yep, really good. Favourite Maiden song, Gaz. My favourite album is the Somewhere in Time album or Seventh Son album. Really good albums. Do you think Rashford should be playing, Marcus? Do you know what? No, I don't think he should be playing this game. Let him play the game Sunday, just to keep him ticking over for United. But Rashford is coming on. And Callum Wilson's going off. I wouldn't have risked him, to be honest. There's no need to bring him on. Game's over, game's won. Not really much point to it. But, USA can now leave England, says Danny Milner. So I think the perfect end to the game would be Rooney putting a goal in now. I think with Rashford, with his pace, he might be able to stretch that back line and free up some space there for Rooney to run into and hopefully stick it in the back of the net. But I think Callum Wilson, very, very good for England tonight. Very good. We need a new striker. Who do you want? Yes, Lewis, you did. You did say that, yeah. Do you know what? I don't know. There's not really many strikers on the market, is there? I mean, there's not really many decent strikers on the market. I would, Kylie, but I don't have access to it because, shock horror, I'm not in the studio. Killers are one of my favourite bands, says Harry Dogs. Yeah, Killers do some decent music, yeah. 3-2 Croatia. That's good news, says Ryan. P. Conrad says Marcus, I knew Wilson. Did you? I can hear Mark in the background. And here he comes. Lewandowski, Michael Hubbard, yes, excuse me, would be the perfect all-round. And yeah, I'm just seeing the Croatia goal now on Sky Sports. Great. Oh, De Gea. De Gea shouldn't be pushing that out. He should be holding on to that, I think. Danny Welbeck could leave Arsenal, says Danny Miller. I wouldn't want him back. Ramsey, do you know what? That's a tough one for me because he really does well for Arsenal in an attacking sense. And I think I know we've got a lot of midfielders, but I think we have a lot of defensive players. And I'm really torn on Ramsey coming. I really am. Do I like pineapple pizza, Chris Sparks? I'll tolerate it. I wouldn't go out my way and order it myself, but if my kids ordered it, I'd eat it, I suppose. But yeah, De Gea there, he shouldn't be pushing that out. That was quite a tame shot, to be fair. He could have held on to that. Why he's pushed it out like that, God only knows. Marcus, what's your favourite curry? I absolutely love like vegetable madras or prawn madras, something like that. The hair is better in a United jersey than he is in a Spain top, says Douglas. Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about that, yeah. Marshall FC, in the words of Marcus, is absolutely fantastic. It is, yeah. It is. I like it when my country wins. Yep. Please read my comment, says Hilda. There you go. So we've got just over 8 minutes to go. So it's England 3, USA 0. Lingard with the first goal. Alexander-Arnold with the second. And Callum Wilson for the third. Peter G, should we re-sign Michael Keane? No. Chris Sparks, are you better than Mark at football? Of course I am. Mark's all talk when he plays football. Mark's back. Stop talking about him. That's all right. I'm only messing. Have I seen Fellaini's haircut? Yes. And you know what, Erin? He probably won't get played anymore now because he's probably lost about 2 foot in height, isn't he? When I first saw it on Twitter, I actually thought it was a Photoshop or something. Someone was just taking the piss. But yeah, when it started coming out and people were saying it, Henderson's round the back, offside. I was nearly stood up perfectly for Rooney then at the back post, but it's offside. Yeah, when I saw it's still Croatia 3, Spain 2. Okay, cheers, Jake. Yeah, when I saw it on Twitter, I thought someone was taking the piss and it was just Photoshop to see what he'd look like without hair. And yeah, when I saw it, I thought, oh man, what have you done? What have you done? No way Mourinho's going to play you now. Who is better, Kante or Kevin De Bruyne? 2 different positions, mate. Kante CDM, De Bruyne is an attacker, isn't he? Hiya, Ryan. You're right. Going well. Good night. Good night. Special quest. Right. Night, Nathan. It's not Fellaini. It's his brother. Shaban, I had to look twice. I really did. I mean, I just couldn't believe it. Could not believe it. He's not the same, is he? Fellaini's known for the hairstyle. That's it. When you think of Fellaini, you think, Sideshow Bob, didn't you? The bushy hair. But, yeah, I don't know how Mourinho's going to pick him now. I really don't. Spain's game's finished, says Talk Footy. Okay. I know, George, yeah. I do sound older than I am, yeah. Marcus, I packed an icon, says the FIFA player. Cool. What icon was it? Let us know. Kante is more important to his team. Yeah, I'd say that, Matthew, yeah. I suppose without Kante, they're pretty much buggered, aren't they, really? All they got is Fabregas. Yes, Jack, I'll listen to Nirvana, yeah. Sometimes. Yeah. Really depends on the mood. Fellaini is a banter player. Maybe an ass, but he's our banter player. Marcus, you have great legs, says Sebastian. Oh, thank you. I didn't realise you could see him through the studio. It's nice. Red Blazer, how old am I? I said this earlier, 38. I'm 38 years old, 38 years young. Ashley Cole versus Maldini. Oh, here we go. Here comes the boss. Yeah, you can hear him now. Look. Dum, 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 dum. All right, Samir, how you doing? So England still possession of the ball, just keeping hold of it now, making sure they come away with this with a clean sheet.
I'm back.
Yeah, mate, I heard you stampeding through the kitchen.
Who scored the third?
Or wherever it is. Callum Wilson.
No, not Rooney then.
No. Rooney, to be fair, has hardly had a sniff of the ball, mate, since he's come on. He's not really. He's picking up the ball out in wide places. He's not really getting into the middle.
Should have scored there.
Yeah. How was your bath? All right.
It's all right. And then I was just checking my direct messages and I had one from Southwick saying there's someone to deal with on Twitter who's like back. It's like 3 months ago again. Somebody tweeting about me and getting like 100 retweets negatively saying something along the lines of he's 38, he's never been to Old Trafford, he's a fake United fan.
Okay.
So I had to bury him. I mean, if you're gonna
Same old.
Yeah, but it's coming back a little bit. People thinking they can call me names for retweets. It won't be happening. Where does it's a disease, Marcus, come from? Says Barry Reid. We'll come back to that in a minute. But basically, the guy who'd done it, or the kid who'd done it, his account was basically dedicated to Eden Hazard. So I just said, get back up his anus. You've got school tomorrow, and yeah. Just fucking sad little school kids, messing around again with grown-ups. They're going to get sat down, aren't they?
I'll have a look when the Watchalong's finished. But yeah, the saying "it's a disease" come from. I tried it was on FIFA 18 last year, and I was nitpicking at all the different things that was wrong with the game. The AI, especially with the goalkeepers, it was absolutely horrendous. If you look at the different goals on FIFA 18 that people would score past you, you would think, well, okay, you could save that one, but why can't you save the one that's straight at you? Why is it going through your hands? And that's where it came from. I'd had a couple of beers that night as well, and I just went off on a rant at EA and FIFA 18. So, yeah, that's where that came from.
There you go.
But yeah, it's since Rooney's come on, Mark. It's been very. It's not the same. Almost as if they slowed down a bit, sort of like when Lukaku comes on for United. It slows us down. He's not really had much of the ball. He's been out in the wide left position. Number 7 for the USA, which I think is Wood, had a header just over the bar from a corner, which should have at least be on target. Apart from that, absolutely nothing. Callum's goal, which wasn't a bad goal, came in from the left-hand side, cross from Delph, and he got in front of his defender by the penalty spot and tucked it away with his left foot. But England on the attack now with Rashford. Oh. Rashford should be chasing that down. Goals recreated. Play Fortnite. I can't stand the game. Absolutely can't stand the game. Oh my God, is that Roy Hodgson? No, it's not. It's not. De Gea mistaken Spain. Yes, Spain lost 3-2. De Gea had, I would say, a bit of a tame shot at him, and he chose to palm it out along the floor, and Croatia got the ricochet and got the rebound and put it in the back of the net. De Gea should have really held on to it, in fairness.
Ireland and Northern Ireland 0-0, so that was a waste of time.
And Dan Knight says, how's the Ducks, Mark?
They're good.
Yeah.
I tell you what, all
Nathan,
this Fortnite dancing crap's got to stop, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. That game has got a lot to answer for.
I tell you what, I'm just watching something here now, and it's a joke, so don't worry about it, but it's a clip of 3 school kids doing all the Fortnite dances, and then somebody's retweeted it saying, please bring back bullying. I know what he means, because if anyone was doing any of that Fortnite stuff when I was at school, you'd soon stop.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, loads of people do it, and like throughout my whole school life, nobody would do that. You just wouldn't do that. It wasn't. That wasn't cool. That wasn't how you were cool. That wasn't that. You know that you weren't a cool kid because you danced like a dick. You know, you're a cool kid because you probably wore, I don't know, back in the day, Stone Island jumpers or whatever, Ralph Lauren. Listen to good music. You know, one of the best in the football team, but you weren't a cool kid because you bloody did Fortnite dances. Maybe the world's becoming more geeky. The geeks are winning.
Can you change the score, please?
Nah, not much point. We're finishing in a minute. Takes me about 10 seconds to do it.
Yeah. Too much time then, mate. Yeah. Anthony Lingard scored the first. Alexander-Arnold scored the second, and Callum Wilson scored the third.
We didn't make 50,000 subscribers then.
To be honest, mate,
edging close.
I think I only said it once. I was talking about Discord as well. Matthew put a link in the chat
Rooney
for the
just had
Discord.
a shot.
Yeah, first shot he's had. Oh
No.
no!
I don't think even the keeper could let that in, even if he wanted to. It was just didn't have the power.
Nearly, but yeah, lack of power on the end of that one.
Mark, you look like Joey from Friends, says Dom Dom. That's probably the worst ever. I absolutely do. I mean, Ed Woodward, I can sort of see where people are coming at. DiCaprio, I can definitely see where people are coming at. But Joey from Friends, nah. I don't look like DiCaprio now anyway. My hairline's gone way too far back. Matthew McFadden's put the Discord link in the live chat. So if people want to get on Discord and go over there after here, Matthew McFadden, who's got the spanner next to him, has just put the invite link for our Discord. So get yourself over there. I think we've got over 2,000 people on it now in 24 hours, and the live chats are great. I just sit there working, listening to people chat. It's great. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And tomorrow will be our first call-in on the United Stand using Discord, which I'm really excited about. So that'll be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Make sure you subscribe to this channel as well before we get off. I just want to say thanks to all of you lot again. And Marcus?
Yeah, no worries, mate. Always a pleasure. Thanks to you guys for interacting and joining the Discord service on the United Stand. Have some fun with that in the coming days.
FIFA will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock, around 1 o'clock on this channel. This is where I do the FIFA stuff. And obviously United Stand tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with the call-in. I can't wait. I really can't wait. There's so many. The great thing I like about Discord as well is you can listen to loads of people and sort of think, oh, I really want to get them on the show if they call in. So Whereas Skype was just a bit random. You got now and again you got the idiots. We shouldn't have that as much now. So it's good. It's good.
So the game's finished, 3-0. Pretty much one-way traffic for England. USA very, very disappointing. Didn't really put up much of a fight, and bit of a dead rubber game, I think, to be honest.
Well, to be honest with you, they brought Rooney back, and it's not sold it out, has it? It's very empty. I mean, it's deceptive because there's probably still more than half there, but you know, it's still quite empty. Yeah,
pretty much pointless game, I think. Just basically a bit of a money spinner, isn't it? Really, by the FA. Just sell tickets for it, but it's it is what it is, I suppose. It was one-way traffic for England. You'd expect England to come out of that game with the win. Just a matter of how many, and it's finished 3-0. So
Matthew
unlucky
Fadden
for
said
Rooney.
he had a good debate with a Mourinho inner last night on Discord. I mean, I'm still waiting to have one of those, Matthew, to be honest. I mean, I don't know how people can back him, but it's all about opinion, isn't it? But I wouldn't mind getting one of them on the show tomorrow night. But yes, FIFA tomorrow on here, lunchtime, and Discord United Stands call in tomorrow night.
Yeah. Make sure you all get involved, everyone, and join up on the link that Matthew's put in the chat for you.
See you on Discord. I'm going to pop over there myself. See you later.
Yeah. Okay. See you later, guys. Bye.